Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing another episode of Hot New Shit. It has been a hot ass minute since we've done an episode of Hot New Shit, but I have all my things. I spent a lot of time organizing last night, getting all my things together. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about hot new items today. Some of this stuff is like semi-new, but regardless, these are all items that I wanted to talk about today. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna talk about are some new shades of liquid lipsticks, and these are from Too Faced. My favorite shades are Lady Balls, which is the really bold, like bright, true red, like fire engine red. I've been wearing Child Star a lot, which is not a shade that you would normally see me in, but you know, I've been branching out lately. But they came out with 6 new shades of their formula, which I was so excited they were coming out with new shades because I just love the formula so much. But when I saw the shades of these, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed. These are them right here. You can see the 4 middle shades are basically like, you know, pinky mauve, which I'm not mad at all pinky mauves, but yeah, the 4 middle shades, I was like, oh, really? And then a dark green. It's like kind of an ashy dark green or like a milky, like it's got like a milky creamsicle undertone to it, which is wicked. This one I actually did try on today before I put this color on, Holy Chic. This one looks like Myth liquefied. It's way too light, way too like baby pink. It's not good for my skin tone anyway, but this shade was just not for me. Wasn't feeling that one. This one is Suck It.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Sometimes the packaging throws me off. Like this paired with gold throws me off, so sometimes I have to look at it like this. This one maybe, okay. This one is called Wine Not. All right, this one, you know, by itself. Sometimes when I see things in a collection together, I can just be like, no, but I have to pull them apart and see them separately. This one is called Jawbreaker. This is like a really creamy, this reminds me of like gel pens. Do you remember gel pens in like middle school, high school? Maybe it was an elementary school thing. Like gel pens were like the hottest thing. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you think I'm crazy right now. This reminds me of that. It's like a unicorn purple, which is really pretty. I can appreciate this color, but I did try to wear this type of color the other day. I think it was an 0 for a 1, this shade, and I don't know, it wasn't even like cute on me. It just looked kind of ridiculous. So I wasn't excited about this one. And then the last one is called Granny Panties. I don't know, grayish purple. I actually do, like if I hold a color up like that, I do like this color. But the name Granny Panties, I just don't know. I really like the fact that companies have gotten like more adventurous with their names. Like I, of all people, can appreciate a good name, okay? I love it. I think it's funny. Like the ColourPop, I feel like ColourPop was like one of the first ones that really started like being a little crazy with their names. You do have like NARS who does very sexual names, which obviously I appreciate very much. But this one is just kind of like, you went a little too far. You went a little too far. I do not want to put granny panties on my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this? There's Granny Panties swatch. I actually like this color. I would wear this. I would wear this color, but the name is like a little strong for me. All right, so here are all of the new shades. Considering how much I love the formula, I kind of wish they went a different direction. I feel like a lot of the shades have kind of like almost a gray undertone to it, which I used to love a lot, but I don't really love anymore. Okay, so the next 2 items I wanted to talk to you guys about are 2 new eyeshadow palettes from Dose of Colors. So there are 2 new ones. The Baked Browns and the Marvelous Mauves eyeshadow palettes. And in each one, it has 5 matte eyeshadows and an eyeshadow brush, which is pretty cool. I do like the Dose of Colors brushes. So in the Baked Browns palette, you have these really pretty 5 shades of browns. This is so what I used to wear on my lid all the time. This type of color. We've got the next one, which is Deserted, Outdoorsy, Cherry Wood, and Rock Bottom. Cherry Wood looks like that's a pretty brown, huh? Cherry Wood, Rock Bottom. This is with no primer too. This is definitely like my tones. I feel like some of them look a little more reddish undertone or like a pinky undertone. Not pinky, like terracotta is the word I'm looking for. Terracotta undertone on my hands. But this is a really pretty eyeshadow palette. It just came out from Dose of Colors. And then we also have, I feel like that could be like a good daily, you know, like, I don't know where my Life palette is, but you know what I'm talking about, my palette that I built. And then this one, which I feel like I'm more excited about this one, surprisingly, because you know how I feel about mauve. But this is the Marvelous Mauves palette, and this has 5 matte shades in here. Wine Stain, Spaced Out, Wishy Washy, Rosy, and Fluffy. That's cute. When I hear mauve, I kind of get turned off a little bit, but when I actually looked at the eyeshadows in here, I was pretty excited. And I saw Anna from Dose of Colors did a makeup look. I already talked about it on Snapchat, but she did a makeup look using this palette. It was really, really light, like a monochromatic, like soft pink look. And I just thought it was really pretty, very angelic. It's so pretty, very springy. I mean, look at me right now. I'm wearing pink lipstick. Just get out of town, you know? So that color was called Rosy. So I'll probably be doing a similar tutorial or a look inspired by that look that Anna did using those two new palettes. All right, next item I want to talk about is from NYX. One of their new products, it's called the Vivid Brights Cream Colors. Here's two of them. You guys remember, I feel like the last time I saw just a cream color was when Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with them, like maybe it was like 2 years ago. But the cool thing about cream colors is that you can use them for so many different things. I feel like they're a lot of fun to use in like more creative makeup looks or just different types of looks. I'm not sure if you could use them as an eyeshadow base. That's kind of something I was interested in, but I feel like maybe it would be too thick of a product to use as a base, but you can use it as like winged eyeliner or just so many different ways on your face, especially if you want to do like more creative fun looks. Anyway, I feel like I said the same thing like 700 times just now, but we're just gonna let it slide. I played with one of them last night. Glam Rock. This is the color. It's kind of like a bronzy shade. I'm just gonna go in here with my little spatch. Really nice, super pigmented, super creamy. I don't know how they dry yet though, so like as far as wearing it as a wing, which you know is already fucking hard enough for me, I don't know how it would dry, like if you would get, you know, transfer on the lid. There's Glam Rock. Oh, this color looked really pretty. This one's called Bad Blood. I was actually really excited about this one. I might have changed my mind about Bad Blood because it looks low-key like dried blood on my hand. You see it? When I buffed it out with my finger, it's pretty. It's still kind of an interesting color. Don't know how I'd use that one. This one's really cute. ColourPop. Very bright. There's ColourPop. This one is Pillow Talk. This is kind of more like a gray toned shade. Oh shit, I got some ColourPop in it. So you can just see there's like, they're just cream colors, but you could probably do so many different things with it. I think the metallic one is really pretty. There is another metallic gold one. This one's called Light Show. Gold color and lavender, pink, and then they do have like a seafoam green and a sky blue. Aqua Sapphire and Endless Skies. I like cream colors. I think they're fun to have. So I was excited to see that NYX came out with some. All right, next up to share with you guys is a new foundation. It's not brand new, but it still says new on the bottle, so it still counts. This foundation is from Wet n Wild. I just picked it up at Rite Aid, and I saw a lot of activity about it on Instagram, so I was really curious to try it out. So I picked up 3 shades. So this is their Photo Focus foundation. It says it's light, medium, and neutral undertone is the color, which I like that it says it on there. I feel like it's so, I don't understand why more companies don't just put what the undertone is on the foundation, especially if it's just a name like natural. Like, what the hell does that mean, natural? What are you trying to say to me? So just tell me if it's a warm undertone, cool undertone, or if it's neutral. Just give me some guidance here so I don't have to buy 17 different foundation shades. So this foundation says Goodbye Photo Flashback, which I don't experience. Any of my foundations that I've used in a long time don't have flashback. Actually, I do get a lot of questions on my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow that I use, which I'm wearing right now, shade number 205, natural beige. 2 of my favorite words, natural and beige. This has SPF 15 in it, but it does not give me flashback when I take flash photos. The only thing I've noticed that flashes back is when you have like stuff like It Cosmetics. Their CC cream has SPF 50 in it, and also I use their Beauty Fluid, which has SPF 50, but I only do that on like no makeup errand running days. All right, so I just pulled it up on my iPad, the website for Wet n Wild. It doesn't really say anything about the finish, the wear, or the coverage on here. It just really talks about it doesn't flash back. But let's just swatch some of them and see. I think this is like a full coverage foundation. Oh, that's a cool applicator. It's just like a spatch. It smells like Studio Fix fluid. Paint. It smells like paint, which normally would bother me, but I do have a special place in my heart for paint smelling foundations like Studio Fix. All right, so here are the 3 shades swatched on the back of my hand. This first one is Buff Bisque, which is the neutral undertone. This next one is Golden Beige, which is medium warm. And then the last one is Bronze Beige, which is medium tan and warm. I actually feel like the middle shade is almost darker than the medium tan one, which is kind of interesting. These two are the warm undertones and this one is neutral. The neutral undertone does seem a little pink to me for being neutral. But what I do really like about these warm undertone foundations is that they're not pulling orange. So I'm kind of excited about this. This one is looking like more and more pink to me the more it dries. And actually, I'm kind of liking this middle shade, golden beige, the best. So I gotta give this foundation a shot. It's pretty liquidy, which leads me to believe it has a more natural finish to it. Let me swatch some of my Pro Glow next to it. So here is my Pro Glow, L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. I feel like this one in the middle is pretty similar. I'm intrigued. Definitely gonna be trying this foundation out. The shade Golden Beige I feel like is probably the closest to my skin tone. It's got a similar texture to the L'Oreal Pro Glow. I don't know anything else about this foundation, but I'll give it a shot. Let me know if you guys have tried it. I'm pretty curious about it now. All right, next item I have, I also picked up from Rite Aid the same day I got those foundations. And this is not new, but some of these are new colors. But what I was really excited about these is the glitter side, or what I was really excited about. These are the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art. It has a lid, line, plus lash. So on one side it has a cream shadow. Ooh, that's a pretty color. One side it has a cream shadow, and then the other side, it's supposed to be like a liner, but it's glitter. And this one was the reason I really went towards it because it reminded me so much of the Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy. So I wanted to give it a shot. I mean, I wouldn't use this as liner. I would use it as like a glitter base or just adding some festive funness. So here is the glitter side. This color is Desert Dazzle, but I loved the color combination. This one is called Steel Spark, which I also think this is a pretty color combination. Let me do this one. Kind of like a purpley silver undertoned shade. And this last one is called Topaz Twinkle. All right, so here are the 3 different swatches. And I just think they're really pretty. I feel like they could be a lot of fun to play around with. But I like these. I feel like they're a lot of fun. These are the 3 prettiest colors that I saw, in my opinion. So I had to grab these ones. I feel like there's so many things making me want to do like an olive green cream eyeshadow look. I do have another thing I want to show you guys that's from L'Oreal, like cream shadows. The green color is so pretty. I love the color olive green. I love wearing it, but I never wear it on my eyes for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just like scared. All right, next item I have is from Too Faced, and these are their new prismatic highlighters called Love Light. And I'm sure you guys have seen these before. They're so pretty. They're so cute. They look like, do you remember those candy hearts? They used to be in like the 25-cent vending machines. Here's what they look like on the inside. Like, are you kidding me? They just look so amazing. They have this really cool like diamond pattern on the inside that is just kind of to die for. But I'm not crazy about them. Let me do heavy swatches on my hand. Now, when I'm looking at a highlighter and I swatch it, I don't want it to be like a foiled eyeshadow. That's the way I like my highlighters to be, is I like more of like a wet look, kind of more glossy, but I don't want it to look foiled. Like, I don't want it to look like I have a foiled eyeshadow on my cheek. I feel like that shows a lot of texture. I just don't think it's very flattering. Like, I'm not crazy about the Jouer ones. I feel like they're too frosty. That's the word I'm thinking of, frosty. Now, when I swatch these, they don't look frosty, but they just don't look very glowy to me. Oh, the gold one looks kind of good. This is like a really heavy swatch. They just kind of look okay. I've used this one on. This is Blinded by the Light. It was okay. It definitely, like when I did like my Cupid's bow, it looked really bright and really pretty. But when I put it on my cheekbone, I put it on top of my Sephora drops, which they make your face look kind of wet and glossy and just really luminous. And when I put this highlighter on top of it, I feel like it just kind of took it away instead of amping it up. So that's one of the reasons. I'm not crazy about them. I don't hate them. This is the only way I can make my collarbones pop out if I do one of these. But I put some on my little collarbones right here. This one, You Light Up My Life, which is a really pretty gold shade. And I just don't feel like it did much. It's just a little bit too powdery for me. All right, next few things I'm going to talk about are from ColourPop. ColourPop just launched 3 monochromatic collections: Nectar, Sand, and Pink. I know it's a pink collection. I don't know what the exact name was of it, but it's basically a peach collection, tan collection, and pink collection. So in each collection, there are pressed shadows, an eyeshadow palette, a cheek and highlight palette, blushes, lip colors in each one. So for me, I really actually like these collections. I like the idea behind it. because I like monochromatic looks. I think they're really pretty. I feel like this is fun if you're looking for, say you want to do like really peachy looks, like my last tutorial is a very peach eyeshadow look. I feel like this is an affordable way to get like all the peach colors that you might need to do something like that. So this is the one from the Nectar collection, and it comes with 4 pressed shadows, and I personally like the ColourPop pressed shadows. I like them a lot. I think they have good color payoff. All right, so here are the swatches of the Nectar palette. No eyeshadow primer. These are all matte except for this first shade right here. I really like these colors. I feel like they're cool, they're different, especially like these last two. You don't see that very often, so if that's kind of like a color you're looking for, I think it's super rad. You have the pink collection, which it kind of makes me smile a little bit just looking at it. I feel like it's a really cute eyeshadow palette. So here are the pinks, again with no primer base or anything like that, just on my dry ass hand. You can see like the last one is the only shimmer shade in here, but the other ones, they're just like really pretty pink toned shadows, and if you like doing monochromatic looks or you just want some pink eyeshadow, I think it's cute. And then the last one is the sand collection. And the sand one, to me, it was kind of a little meh. Or we probably all own like sand or, you know, warm brown undertone shadows. I just feel like they could have done something a little bit more. I don't know, I'm not really crazy about this one. This is like a light medium brown with like some gold flecks in it, but it's not really like wowing me. So here's the sand. Ooh, okay. All right, you made me a believer. What shade is that? You see that middle? This one right here. That one looks really pretty, but you see what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing really like outstanding. This shade is called Ringer, by the way, in case you were wondering, because it was so pretty. So those are the 3 eyeshadow palettes from the monochromatic collections. And then in each one, I actually meant to use one of these blushes and highlighters today. I wanted to use the peach one, but I didn't, and I'm so pissed. So this is the Nectar blush highlight. Honestly, I feel like blush swatches are totally useless. I don't know what you can tell by a blush swatch. I don't want my blush to swatch heavy, so it's kind of hard to tell with those, but this is in my territory. The Nectar highlighter does look a little, it's pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. I don't know what it looks like on yet though. I can't say anything about the highlighter in here. This is the sand one, which, you know, I was looking for like a very neutral blush to wear yesterday. I feel like this one could be really pretty. Let's see the highlighter for this. It's a little, it looks a little frosty, like a little white. And then lastly, you have the pink collection blush and highlighter. And there's the pink highlighter. That one's cute. I feel like that's a tasteful pink highlighter. Again, I can't really say anything about the highlighters because I only have them swatched on my hand. I don't have them on my face. And I feel like highlighters are totally different when you see them swatched and when you see them on your face. So I can't say anything about the highlighters. Okay, so that is all of like the blush and shadows. They do have more pressed shadows, but those are just the ones I'm gonna show you guys. And then they also have some of the lip colors. The Nectar one's not really crazy about. They have a matte and 2 satins. I haven't tried this one, but these 2 were just kind of like meh, grayish to me. But I did like the pink ones. I'm wearing this one, Chandelier. I really like this color. This is the Ultra Satin lip. If I had to pick between the Ultra Satin and the Ultra Matte, 100% I would pick the Ultra Satin. I remember when these first came out, I actually really liked this formula. It's definitely not like my favorite formula of liquid lip products, but I feel like it's good for the price point, and I also feel like it's way better than the matte formula. It's what I'm wearing right now. You guys can see it. It doesn't dry completely matte, but I like that. It's like a liquid lipstick, has a little bit of sheen, but you can see, look at the, see this dinner in there? You see that? Didn't like that. Next item I have to show you is from Urban Decay, and this is their new Vice Special Effects Lip Top Coat. I just got this package from them, and at first I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that, but then I started swatching them and I was like, okay, I see, you know, I was starting to vibe with it a little bit more. They're special effects top coats. I was thinking it was just gonna be a glitter gloss, but it's kind of what it is, but it's not really like a gloss. It's actually just a top coat. When I was swatching them last night, it kind of looked like there's at least two different formulas. Some of them are like more of a chunky glitter with like a clear base, and then there's some other ones that have more of like a colored pigmented base with kind of more of just like a sparkle or like a reflect in it. The one that I liked the most, surprisingly, was like the chunkiest one, which I was not gonna expect for myself. This is called Litter, and it looks white, but it's more of a clear, and it has kind of like a yellowy green glitter reflect in it. My only concern is it kind of goes on like a paste. I wonder how this would look on the lips. So you can see right here, it kind of goes on like a little bit thicker, almost like a white paste. But then the more you spread it out, that's like all the glitter. Here's Seether. You can't really see that many reflects in this one. This one is called Circuit. This is like a dark green, smoky green with an iridescent sparkle in it. And this lighting is not like the most flattering for sparkle because it might be a little bit too soft. You can see a little bit more sparkle there with my phone flash. And this top one is called Third Degree, the gold one. They just have like an interesting texture, a lot different than what I was expecting. It kind of reminds me of like puff paints from back in the day. If you ever like used them on t-shirts, that's kind of what like the texture reminds me of. So there's 12 different shades. Here's all the different shades right here, and they each have like a different effect. So I don't know, I'm curious about these. I'm not a believer in them yet because I need to see what they look like on, but it does make me want to put it on my eye. I'm just automatically, I just want to put it on my eye, but we'll see. All right, and the next new item I have to talk about is from L'Oreal. These are the Infallible Paints eyeshadows. Look how many there are. There's so many, and there's actually like really cool colors in here. I was playing around with these last night on Snapchat, and I was really curious about them. They're basically cream eyeshadows. Some of them are metallic and some of them are actually matte, which I feel like is something you don't see too terribly often. Where's the color that I really liked? I think it was this one, Army Camo. So it has two different sides, a lighter side and then a darker side, or some of them are just like a metallic side and a shimmer side. But I thought this one was like really pretty. I feel like you guys are gonna like this one as well. There is Army Camo. I think one side, the lighter color, is a kind of matte shade. This one, Brown Sugar, I thought was really pretty. This is actually 2 matte shades, and I haven't used these yet, but maybe later today after I run my errands, I'll play around. I actually want to play around with Brown Sugar on my eye because I'm curious to see how 2 matte cream shadows work, but this color is so pretty. That one was Brown Sugar. Here's a bright one. This is Mint Detox. It's not really gonna go with the vibe on my hand right now, but I'm gonna swatch it. I'm really curious to see how they wear on the eye. They're so pretty. Nude Fishnet, like a really light matte nude color. There's Nude Fishnet, those 2 colors right there. So I'm curious to try these out. Let me know if you guys have tried them, if you're interested in them. I definitely am, specifically for the matte shades, just to see what's really going on under there. All right, so that wraps up this episode of Hot New Shit. Let me know what you guys thought, what you're really excited about, things you might be trying out that were in this video. Also, things that you're looking forward to seeing coming out this summer. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Oh my God. Bloop, bloop, bloop. What the fuck am I trying to say? Turbo, lay down. All right. You're tapping around everywhere. Stop tapping. What is all this debris? So much debris in front of me. They're not trash, John.
They're trash.
They're not trash.
Poppycock.
Poppycock are... What should I talk about first?
This dude.
No!